So it's about 3:30 now, which is sunset. So even though it's still pretty bright now, it's gonna get darker pretty fast. So I would say with this overcast, I probably have less than an hour of daylight left. So that should be enough for me to get to camp at least. Hoping there's an ample supply of firewood because I don't have any backup solutions, which is so stupid. But I couldn't find my gas burner. It's been cold now for a good week, I would say. But before that, it was really wet. So I do run the risk of any dead wood being pretty wet and soaked, and then potentially frozen as well. So I'm gonna put down a platform of like medium-sized twigs, like thumb size and larger, to somewhat insulate the initial burn from the cold ground. Then collect all like the smalls, like pencil lead, pencil finger sized, and use them to start the fire. Now, very close to me, I have a downed tree. The trunk is honestly too thick for me to process effectively without my saw, and even with my saw, it's way too small, really. But it has a bunch of branches like this, and they'll do a good job, at least at warming me up. I'm soaking wet from the walk. I'm just trying to keep moving, get this fire established before I start getting really cold, so that when I have to change into dry clothes, I'll have an external source of heat as well. Alright, so the rule is when the fire protrudes through the top, we put on more. Judging by the sound, which is no sound, it's probably not going to work this time.
Oh god. Kaldt. -4.5. That's a decent temp. Decent temp really. -4.5. Oh, it's cold. Oh, I've been dreading getting out of the bag. But now there's no way back. So, just gotta go get some. Right. Well, let's hope it's still warm. Somehow. Cold, 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 cold. Are the boots frozen? Yes. Still wearable though, seemingly. So the face fabric, the nubuck leather, is frozen because it took in quite a lot of moisture last night. But the inside fabric is still soft because it didn't really absorb any condensation, it would seem, which is great. So let's try putting them on. Hopefully it's not, the worst. Oh. The fuck? Oh, come on. Oh, well, kind of works. It's tight as a motherfucker though. Jeez. Alright, so on my last winter trip, I brought some like shell boots. So it's just full grain leather, no padding, no insulated material on the inside. It's just leather. And they didn't freeze. I had them in worse conditions than this, like -18. Walking in them all day, they were definitely getting a lot of moisture from my sweat, and nevertheless, they were not stiff or frozen when I put them on again in the morning. But these are really stiff, which is a shame because they were way warmer last night when I was cold. We are here at the lake, and it looks like it's frozen, but it's also completely covered in snow, at least like this much. I didn't bring a shovel with me, nor an axe to crack the ice, and since I have no idea how thick it is, I'm not going to be walking out on there. So I'm decently hydrated, at least right now. So we'll see when we get back to camp if I can get a small fire started, melt some water, maybe get some coffee. But this is too big a risk for me. But nice hike, lovely views. So yeah, no harm done. Frozen condensation from yesterday. Refreshing. Okay. Yes. Whew. Yes. Okay. Finally back down. I have not had more than like a tiny cup of water, no food, barely any food yesterday. So I'm all kinds of thirsty and hungry and sweaty as all hell, and about to be very cold. So I'm just gonna, let's head out. So I really think that if I had access to fire and nice and dry firewood throughout the trip, then it would be a solidly positive experience. I wouldn't have to be as concerned as I was about staying warm and not being too worried about becoming too dehydrated. I was starting to feel some cramps coming in, and the food situation wasn't really that bad. It's
mostly about like the feeling of safety and comfort when you're out alone in the bush and it's really cold and it's dark. Fire and food, that'll keep your spirits up and make you feel safe and feel like you're in control of the situation. All in all, solid medium. Wasn't bad, wasn't great. Definitely out of shape. No doubt about that. I wanted to do like a minimalistic, lightweight pack. Totally failed at that because the pack was at least 15, probably closer to 20 kilos, which is pretty heavy, especially in snow. So yeah, definitely, you know, learning experience as always. Never stop learning, never stop failing, and that's always good. And now I'm just gonna go smash my face with some burgers at the Burger King. So while I go do that, I hope you guys take the time to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can see more, hopefully more successful videos in the future. That would be nice, mostly just for my self-esteem. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.